Just starting off with Derik, I mean, just a few games into your college career, what is this learning curve like, and how do you feel challenged the most right now to grow and adapt your game?
It's just all about consistency. I just got to stay consistent.
Drew, for you, playing Marquette, obviously, very physical style defense. What have you seen, especially from Cam Jones and Stevie Mitchell, two guards who obviously are pretty electric offensively? What do you guys got to do on that side of the ball?
Being a defensive-minded team like we are, just kind of stay to our principles and our culture and just, come out firing on defense. And I feel like offense is going to take care of itself.
And both of you guys like to press, obviously. Can you kind of explain from a basketball perspective, how does that work, like when both teams are heavy press styles?
I guess, it's just going to be kind of be a dogfight. It really goes down to who starts off in their press first, making the shot first. That's really when the press starts. And like I said, just staying to the principles and staying real disciplined, pressing without foul and being aggressive without foul.
Derik, I know you've obviously talked about maybe wanting to shoot some threes, expand your range. What have they kind of done with your shot since you got here? What drills have they had you run to work on that part of your game?
The same drills that the guards be doing, just shooting.
You just shoot over and over again?
A lot of threes, a lot of reps, catch and shoot off the dribble, move around.
You do movement threes too?
Yeah.
For both you guys, Coach Rollers talked a bit through the first couple games about kind of balancing, having both you guys on the court together. He feels like he's giving the other team a bit of a free pass when you guys are both off, but then it's also difficult to play big guys more than, like, I think he said 8 minutes at a time. How have you guys seen kind of that dynamic through the first couple games, and how do you expect that to develop, I guess, as you go through the season?
Obviously, it's hard to guard. People don't got enough size to guard the both of us. And, yeah.
Juju, for you, or I guess for either of you guys, Ben Gold, Marquette's big man, a bit of a stretch five. How do you guys, as defenders, what changes in your game plan when you need to go guard on the perimeter? And have you guys talked about who might be guarding him more on Friday?
He just want to shoot. He don't want to do nothing else.
He's kind of more, like you said, a face-up big that, stays on the perimeter a lot. So I guess it's a game plan switch, but I feel like it's preparing us, for the next level where all the bigs is on the perimeter more and being able to guard 1 through 5. And our defense is kind of tailored to stuff like that, and I feel like we'll make the adjustments as the game go on. It's going to start off a little bit rocky, but we'll be good.
I saw you guys and a couple other teammates were at the GW game last night. Can you talk a little bit about just going to see John and the support you guys shown for a former teammate?
Yeah, I feel like that's important, like showing love for your guys and just making sure you're there for them. And I feel like us being there was meant the world to him, and it was just fun seeing him play and fun, getting real comfortable with his new team, and it's just great seeing where his future is.
We don't see in college basketball that much anymore two above-average skilled bigs at one school at the same time. Just how have you guys pushed each other? Juju, how have you helped him transition to the college game? And what's it like for you to play with another legitimate big?
Him being so good starting off, so like as a 5-star coming in, being a sponge at the same time, not like letting it going in one area, coming out the other. Just being a sponge, it was kind of easy teaching him. He's already, like I said, he's already such a good big, so that's another way it's easy. And just going at each other in practice like we've been doing. I think that makes each other better, the team better, and just overall good for the team.
It's great having him on the team. He taught me a lot. He's been in college for 4 years. Very good player, and he just helped me. He just helped me get through how practice is and tell me like what things to do and what things to not do.
And just for you to give a little love to your AAU program. How was it playing with Team Thrill, and how did that prepare you to transition to the college game?
We traveled a lot, and then I played against a fair amount of high-level players, and which they are playing as freshmen. So me just playing against them helped me, prepared me for the next level.
Kind of getting into that a little bit more for both of you. What do you feel like you guys take in terms of your style and your characteristics from, growing your games in Baltimore and being from that city?
Just playing a little harder, a little gritty, a little smash mouth basketball. Just playing a little harder and more gritty. That's pretty much it.
A lot of people don't make it out of there. So us being at the college level and getting to the next, and hopefully us getting to the next level, it's going to be a big thing.
Derik, you only spent a little time at St. Francis, but what do you feel like you really picked up there or learned there that has stayed with you through these years?
St. Francis, 4 years ago. I don't really remember a lot.
I think you were talking, and it might be good for some of us, where you would get home from school and you'd go over to the court, right, and play right back over to the court. Did you find some of those guys in the neighborhood help develop your game?
Oh, yeah. I had a court, 2 blocks away from my house. Walk there, me and my friends. We just played outside all day, all day. Definitely no school days. When we had no school days, I play all day.
And last one for me, just, seems like a pretty exciting time with you guys here, both from Baltimore. Bub and Cam Whitmore were going head-to-head in the NBA the other night. What do you kind of feel about this generation of Baltimore Hoopers that might be different or even special?
I feel like it's really inspiring seeing those guys, especially playing against them in high school, playing with them in high school. And it's just inspiring to see. Makes us want to do the same thing and inspiring the next generation to do the same thing as well.
And then I know both of you sort of talked about, Drew, your mentorship for Derik. What are some of the things you tell him most often just in practice about tips for getting better, tweaks to make?
Come on in, Deshawn. Slide you in the middle.
Slide you in the middle.
Go ahead, Drew.
Just play harder and kind of play with a chip on the shoulder. Just preparing for the Big Ten is way different from high school, way different style of play at college basketball than high school, and I feel like he adjusted well. As you see his first game, just keep adding on to that and keep building on that.
For Derik, what sort of stands out about what tells you throughout practice?
Pick my speed up, and just go hard every day.
And then for all of you, just sort of assessing where the team's at 3 games in, what stood out, or anything's maybe surprised you heading into this big game?
I feel like our team is very versatile. Everybody's gonna have their night. Him first night, second night Rodney, me third night. So I feel like everybody's gonna have their night. We just gotta stay consistent as the team on defense. Everybody gotta have their night every night on defense, and I feel like if we do that, we'll be good.
Anything? Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Question for Ju. Obviously, you've been here for a while, a senior, you're a leader on the team, played a lot of basketball. One of the guys, welcome in who's maybe played even more basketball is Jay Young. I'm just curious, as far as a leadership role, I know he's on his 5th school. What has he brought to this locker room that, maybe other people, may not be able to compare to as far as the amount of stops in basketball he's played?
Yeah, he's brought a lot of wisdom, especially being at the point guard position, being a natural leader at that position and being very vocal and in practice. I feel like he's a very selfless player, playing a lot of defense, doing a lot of things that don't show up on the stat book. And I feel like he's just great for our team, a great piece, and overall good for the system.
All right, anything else for Juju and Derik? Okay, why don't you guys go? Let's get right for practice. And then Sam will...
Deshawn, it looks like your jumper's a little less flat this year. Is that something you worked on this offseason? I know you talked about you took a bunch of shots, but what drills and what technique changes did you make specifically on your jumper?
I mean, me and Coach Willard just been doing like a lot of one-hand shooting every morning, just so like my hands getting all the way under the ball, and I'm not so reliant on my guy hand. And I feel like that's probably the thing that's helped my arc the most.
Is that almost like having to reshape? It's not a full reshape of your shot, obviously. It's a small little tweak. But how many reps for a player does it take to get used to that? Like that small change in a jump shot, you maybe have the same jumper your whole life and then to kind of tweak it like that. How long does it take to get used to it?
I mean, even now, sometimes like I've seen in the game right now, like I got to be kind of mindful of it because if I'm just like shooting the ball, I'm going to go back to my old ways, and I feel like that's why they haven't dropped right now. I just got to keep repping it. I mean, I'm still doing it every single morning, 8 o'clock. Coach Willard be here. He's sticking with me throughout. Know how many misses or makes he'd be here every morning with me the next day. So, I mean, I feel like I just got to stick with it, and just more and more reps is going to be more like second nature, so I don't got to think about it in the game.
You guys have a couple guys, Jew, obviously, other guys who've come in and maybe changed their jumper a little bit.
Yeah.
What drills do you guys do specifically to kind of make technical changes like that? Is it individualized for every player? Do you guys all do, certain types of shooting to make it? Like, what type of shooting drills do you guys go through?
I mean, I feel like Coach Willard, he be promoting the one-hand shooting a lot. I just feel like because it helps your form the most and just making sure you're not relying on your guy hand because a lot of people be having like a thumb flick or relying on their guy hand. So, I mean, I know me and Drew been working on that all summer, but I feel like every guy got to do different things to help them fix their own jump shot.
Deshawn jumped in late. What's been the most encouraging thing about the 3 wins that you guys have been able to stack together?
I mean, I just feel like Drew said earlier, like every game is just someone else's night. So just see how stacked our team is and how talented we are. And then, like, I feel like we are almost like one of the deepest teams in the country, just like with experience and like the level of talent that we have. So I feel like that's been the most encouraging thing for me.
Also playing a ranked team this early in the season, how does that raise the stakes? What do you guys hope to learn Friday night?
I mean, I feel like everybody like wishes for these games, like a Friday night ranked opponent. Like everybody dreams of that. Like growing up, you want to have like the big game on Friday night. So I mean, I feel like it's excitement. I know a lot of people going to be there, and I feel like we're ready to go out there and play hard and get a W.
What has been the one thing or multiple things that have jumped out to you when you've watched film of Marquette?
Definitely just their shooting ability. Everybody can shoot it 1 through 5, and then you always know they're going to play hard every single year. They got a great coach, so I feel like they got a great coach over there. They're going to play hard, and like I said, the 3 ball. Everybody can shoot 1 through 5.
And in terms of your game, especially on the offensive side, there are driving lanes available with how Marquette plays. Do you see opportunities when you're watching film? Do you see opportunities for you within the structure of your offense that you kind of say, yeah, I can see where I can get downhill here, or I can make a play there?
I mean, I feel like every game I go in with the intention to get downhill and like getting guys involved. I feel like that's one of my biggest talents, like getting paint touches and getting easier shots from my teammates. So I feel like that's my mindset every game.
And I know obviously a big part of Marquette is Cam Jones, and you're someone who talks a lot about wanting to guard the other team's best players. With him specifically, what are you hoping to do, and what about that matchup is intriguing?
I mean, I feel like he's a great player. Definitely going to be a tough matchup. And I feel like if you just got to limit his touches and make him do things that he's not as comfortable doing. I know he's a great shooter. He likes to get to his left a lot. So, I mean, for me, I'm just going to try to just deny him the ball when he gets off it. And then when I'm on him, try to force him to use his right hand and keep him that way.
It seems like over the last year you sort of embraced that defensive role, trying to do the little things. How are you sort of able to maintain that energy and doing that even on nights maybe where the offense isn't coming as naturally?
I mean, like, when I see guys going out there scoring all the points and stuff, getting all the offensive rebounds, I feel like my only job is to play defense and try to do all the little things that maybe that they're not doing. And I feel like that's just something that, like, takes no skill. Like, I can hang my coat on that every single day. Like, I'm going to go out there and play hard, take charges, play as hard as I can on defense because that takes no skill. That's just all effort and energy.